games tonight. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru is we bring in our Pick Dog cappers and give out live sports picks, free picks from those primetime games. And let's take a look here at our lineup for this evening. And we'll have Chris Ruffolo will serve as a co-host. James Clark will join us, as will Rod Zawacki, Alex Smart. We got Tony Brown in the drive-thru. And Ninos will join us, Shane Mickle, and Damian Sosh will go ahead and join us here at the bottom of the hour. All right, let's go ahead and before I bring in Chris, I want to show you guys here the lineup, how everyone will appear on the show today. Let's take a look at it. We got Smart, Brown, Ninos, Zawacki, Mickle, Clark, Ruffolo, Sosh, and then I'll close it out. All right, Chris, let me get my stuff here together. Where is Chris? Here we go. Chris, you ready to roll? I'm just warming up.
I was gonna say, how do you miss me, man? All the backstage shenanigans at the drive-thru, man. We're gonna have a good time today.
A very good time. All right, let's get it started. Let's welcome to the show Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Alex, how you doing today?
Good, gentlemen. How's everything?
I know you're heating up on the ice, and you almost doubled your units since we last talked. I know you're heating up, but you're looking here at an NBA game. This is the game 2 of the doubleheader between the Jazz hosting the Celtics. Jazz up to 6. Total sits here at 220. And
we've got some value on the under, in my opinion. I look at both these teams, and one team runs at a 23rd ranked pace in the league, which is Boston, and Utah at the 25th ranked pace. We've got the 3rd best points per game defense with Utah, and the 6th best points per game defense with the Celtics. And these are two top tier teams. One from the East, one from the West, obviously. And usually when you have these kind of clashes, I'm looking at something that's pretty physical for this time of year and undervalued.
All right, undervalued here with the Celtics and Jazz going under the total of 220. All right, Chris, the Celtics dealing with injuries to Smart. We're looking at Brown possibly injured. A lot of points there, production for the Celtics on the possibly on the shelf, and they close out a road trip.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think that Alex is bang on here because, I think that I think Boston's going to try to, do as much as they can to slow down a pretty good Utah team that's been pretty good at scoring the basketball despite being a defense-first team. And then I think Utah's going to want to try to keep Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum out of the paint, which is where a lot of the points are coming from. And I do think we have an under here. I think this game is the first 105 wins, and I think we'll be lucky to get to 210, let alone 220.
All right, game 2 of the TNT doubleheader. The under 220 is the play. All right, Alex, we talked about you heating up. Let's take a look here at the numbers. NHL, 485 units plus documented. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I've got some college basketball tonight. I've got some NBA, and of course, I have one top-tier NHL pick, and hope to heat up in the NBA. That's my last sport, and it's sort of taken me for a rocky start. I don't know if it's because of the way I don't want to make excuses for myself. We'll just put it this way. Probably having one of my worst starts to NBA season in 6 seasons. Hopefully, I run the board here at the end and just pick all units for everybody.
Still a lot of season left to go in the NBA. Remember, they play about a month longer now with this delayed start. So get on board here with Alex Smart. You see the numbers documented. He's got a long-term track record here over the years in handicapping. And good time to pick up his daily pass. And then take those winnings and upgrade to one of those long-term passes. See, Alex has a 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day all-sports pass over at Pig Dogs Premium. And you'll get every play that Alex releases, includes his NBA, college hoops, his NHL, for the time period that you choose over at Pig Dogs. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.
Okay, guys. Take care. Bye.
All right, everybody. Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on. And on location, it's interesting when we talk to Tony Brown, but sometimes we get him in casinos, and sometimes we catch him on the way to the casino. And I think today we caught Tony Brown on the way to the casino. Tony, how you doing today?
Good. How are you doing today, Tony?
We're doing all right. I appreciate you pulling over. I know, traffic can be a little dicey getting around town there in Vegas. I know you got to get some bets in. I appreciate you joining us on the show.
No problem. I appreciate you having me, man. You figure with 7 days, why does everything only happen on Tuesday and Thursday? But I'm going to always make time for the show.
Absolutely. All right, Tony Brown, you're going to be looking at this NBA game here, 7:30 Eastern time. It's the Heat hosting the New York Knicks here at 7:30 Eastern time with the Heat. Favorite here, 6.5. Total sits here at 208.
Yeah, this is a a weird game because right now at this point in the season, the Knicks are actually ahead of Miami in the standings, and still they're a 6.5 point dog on the road. I mean, Miami's a championship team. They got the championship coach. They got Tyler Hero. They got Jimmy Butler. So maybe it was just the championship hangover or the quick start to this new, COVID season. So they got off to a little bit of a rough patch. But I think that the championship caliber team will show up more than New York, keep hanging around and getting together. I actually think New York regressed a little bit. They stepped it up with the Randall. Randall, he's the most improved player this year. But RJ Barrett kind of digressed to me. At one point I thought he would be a higher pick than Zion coming out of Duke. I mean, Zion's a monster, but Barrett had a lot of skills at Duke, and it just seems like with the Knicks, he's not panning out. He's going through a sophomore slump. So I like Miami to just get back to championship caliber form, and they cover this big 6.5 at home, no problem. I think this is a double game.
All right, big 6.5 point here for the Miami Heat as they're getting healthier now, Chris. That's what we're seeing here. They're getting healthier. Some of their players getting back in the lineup.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be key for Miami going forward if they kind of want to replicate the success they had last year. For this game, it wasn't one of my favorite ones on the board. I was on the other side this morning. That's just kind of where I stuck, just because I just thought that I kind of have to take a even when I see it approach. But again, Tony Brown's a ton of good points, and I think that we will see the Heat get there eventually. Again, it's just for me right now. It's just I haven't seen the Heat get there, so it's just Knicks by default in that regard.
All right, Tony, put the final word on this one.
I mean, I'm 2-0 so far when Chris has went against me, so I think I'm going to double up my bet. And then,
oh, man.
Miami, like I said, they're under the Knicks in the standings, so to be a 7-point favorite, that is it's a little cautious pick, but the games aren't played on paper, and like you said, everyone's getting healthy, not just Hero and Butler. I don't want to butcher his name, but Bam Adebayo, you know what I mean? Adebayo, there you go. So they're just rounding back into the form, and like I said, they were in the Eastern Conference Championship, so they didn't have that much of a drop off. They can still beat the Knicks by 7.
All right, Heat here is the play here from Tony Brown. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look at the leaderboards because you've been doing fantastic work. We know you're doing well in the NHL. Over 300 units, about 350 units of profit. But past 30 days, Tony Brown, 633 units of profit. A big night tonight in hoops, NBA, as well as college. What you got going on in Pick Dogs Premium, as well as hockey, too?
Yeah, it's a super big night tonight. Everybody knows what I can do in hockey, and so I took the night off in hockey. It wasn't really any good plays. That's my thing. I don't oversaturate with plays. If I give it, I really believe in it. But we have a super six-pack tonight in hoops. We got 3 games in the NBA, 3 games in college hoops. My top 6 plays on the board, you can get them on one pass with my Tuesday bookie blowout, man. And then we're really trying to put in some work.
Yeah, putting in some work from Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, over 600 units of profit that's documented past 30 days. When you go over to Pick Dogs Premium and you look at Tony Brown's profile page, you'll see the results for yourself there. They're fantastic. And of course, when I get that one-day pass, a big card tonight from Hoops, take those winnings, go long-term. That 30-day all-sports pass is your best value. You get all of Tony's plays from NBA, college hoops, NHL for 30 days when you go over to Pick Dogs Premium and select his all sports pass for the month. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Good luck tonight in the sports book. I know you're on your way, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
It's always great to be here, man. Even if I come at the last minute, better late than never. And I hope you guys win tonight and cash in.
Good luck to you, Tony Brown. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-through, pulling over before he got to the sports book. You gotta make sure you can make time for the show, and he did. All right. Well, guys, I just want to remind you one thing as we continue here on the drive to be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. It all gets started at 10 a.m. Eastern time every single day with Mitch in the morning show. Mitch, Chris, Rod Zawacki, you got Brian Bittler. And then we come on Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. On Wednesdays, it's the MMA show at 7 p.m. Eastern time following us. And, of course, throughout the week, whenever there's an MMA card, there will be spot shows. So make sure you subscribe, set those notifications so you get notified when the shows are live. And as always, guys, we want you guys really to help us out here with that thumbs up, that like, because it greatly helps our audience build, doesn't it, Chris?
Absolutely, it does. We keep building up the Pick Dogs brand, and we just keep bringing out new content. And a lot of that just has to do with the support that we get from the Pick Dogs family. The likes help us out a ton, help us in the YouTube rankings, the subscriptions, And it just gives us more faces to get the product out to. But no matter what, we love the support. The amount of support we've gotten in the first year, I mean, Mitch was talking about, is absolutely astounding. First year was crazy successful, and you know what? We've only got bigger and better things to come. So don't go anywhere. Don't fix your television sets, computer screens, whatever you're watching it on. Guys, 2021 22 is going to be bigger than ever.
It's certainly a bit bigger than ever. And, of course, as Carlos gently reminds everybody, smash that like button and help us out. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to talk some college hoops. A big game on ESPN tonight in the Big 12. And to do that is El Ninos. El, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look at this one. 9 Eastern time on ESPN. You're looking here at Texas Tech hosting West Virginia. Texas Tech going to lay 6. Total sits here at 140.5.
Yeah, they're laying 6. They're a very good defensive team. But again, West Virginia won this matchup 88-87 just a couple weeks ago. That was in West Virginia, so this might be slightly harder to do on the road. We all know how the revenge factor definitely might play into a game like this, where it's evenly matched teams. But I think they'll be more interested in getting their payback on straight up, just getting that win straight up. I don't think they're as worried about the spread as we are. So again, I think the Mountaineers, they had a great game. They shot really well to pull that win off. Again, this one is on the road. Red Raiders, we've said it, they have a great defense, and as good as they've been as a team, their defense have been, they're still just 7-12 against the spread, while West Virginia is 9-9 against the spread. I just think they're getting a few too many points here. They might not pull the upset off. I wouldn't be surprised if they do shoot well. If they hit their threes, they could definitely pull the upset off again. But I definitely expect them to at least keep this game close, so I'm going to take the points with West Virginia here.
Yeah, West Virginia can hit threes. Texas Tech, not the shooting team they were in the past, Chris. It's a lot of points here for Texas Tech here to lay in this one.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you consider, like we were talking about, Texas Tech, not a good team covering the number at home, 0-8 against the number in their last 8. This is just a Texas Tech team that, they win games, they just don't cover the number, and I think that's just another case of what we have here. The first meeting in Morgantown decided by a single point. I think this is another 2 or 3 point game. I think both teams' defenses are going to show up. This could go as high as 4, I think, but I think 4 is sort of the max out number for this. I see it being maybe 74-70 or something like that at most. So I'm on the West Virginia +6 here.
Yeah, taking the points here with West Virginia, the Mountaineers here against Texas Tech. 9 Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Al, as we talked about, good night tonight in hoops and hockey. What you got going on over at Big Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a few NBA and basketball and college basketball plays as well. My top NHL plays, so I got 3 different 3-packs. Whether you want my top play from each sport or my 3 best basketball plays, got those split up that way. So go ahead and check them out, see what you like, and as you said, there's definitely some good plays out there tonight.
Good play tonight from Hoops and Hockey. Get out, pick up the one-day pass tonight from El Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. Check out his profile page there. If you're into soccer, he's done well the past 2 seasons combined, 2021 in soccer. And of course, that long-term pass is your best buy over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you next week.
We'll see you then, guys.
All right, everybody, El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Right, we'll continue our coverage here. It's time to bring in Rod the Wacky. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He also does the morning show with Mitch and Company. Rod, how you doing today?
Doing good, Tony. Doing good. Good evening. It's a little bit chilly here, but we're staying warm.
Staying warm. Still the negative chill of negative 30, 31.
More like -2 if you stand too long in the wind.
Oh boy, that wind chill can be something. All right, Rod, you're looking at NBA tonight, late night, 10 Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel has the Trailblazers hosting the Magic. Portland laying 6. Total sits here at 220. Both teams kind of dealing with injuries.
Yeah, both teams started off the year dealing with some injuries. They've been plugging along. They're getting some wins, getting some losses. For me, this is the first game back for Portland off of their giant over 7-day road trip. And Portland off of a road trip, that definitely doesn't fare so well. Off a road trip of 7 days or more like this, they are 1-5 ATS. Their last 6 at home. You dig into the numbers and you look. Portland's offense, they're ranked 4th in the league, averaging 114.9 defense, ranking 27th in the league. They play no defense whatsoever, this Portland team. They ranked 27th, averaging, giving up 116 points a game. 24th on defensive rebounds. This Orlando team, not the greatest offensive team, but they should have no problem scoring against this Portland defense who plays no defense. So the Orlando defense, they're not bad. They're about middle of the pack, 18th in the league, averaging holding teams to about 112 points. So for me, that 6 points is just too much. The Magic are 7-0 ATS. Their last 7 games off of 2 days or more rest, which is what they are. They're nice and rested coming into this game. You look at Portland at home this year. They're only 2-8 ATS at home. Home cooking has definitely not been good to Portland this year. Over the last 2 seasons, they're 2-10 ATS. Their last 12 games at home. So for me, and then another thing I noticed is I always look at the referees who's repping these games, and you look at Ken Maurer. He's going to be repping this game tonight. In Orlando, his last 10 Orlando games, when he's repping, Orlando's 7-3 ATS, and when he's been repping Portland games, they're only 3-7 ATS. So the referee's a little bit on the Magic side tonight as well. So for me, take a Magic plus the 6 points. I think we got a nice winner here.
All right, Rod Zawacki here on the Magic plus the 6. All right, Chris, it's the old flat spot for these coastal teams. When they come off these long road trips, the coastal teams usually hit with these long trips, and it's usually that flat spot when they come out, when they hit the court for the first time.
Yeah, and I think that Rod's right. You know, home cooking hasn't been good for Portland this season, but I think that it's going to make them appreciate home cooking after that long 6-game road trip. You know, I just have a hard time seeing Orlando scoring, you know, against anybody right now, being held under 104 points for their last 7 games. And I don't know, this is just an Orlando team that both these teams, like Rod said, are banged up, but I just have a little bit more faith in Portland's offense right now, and I don't have faith that Orlando could score against even a team that doesn't play much defense. So my pick this morning was Portland. I'm sticking with Portland. Right or wrong, I think that's just where my head's at.
Yeah, Lillard, Carmelo Anthony, and company there without Nurkic, without CJ McCollum. So you just prefer a little bit more scoring punch there from the Portland Trailblazers side to get over that 6. That's a big hurdle there, Rod. All right, Rod. Why don't you let Chris know a little bit, in the audience out there, give us a little bit more on this Orlando side.
Mm-hmm. This Orlando team, they're like I said, they're getting healthier as we slowly go along. They're rested. They've had 2 days off. They're at home here. What happens? What's the first thing when you come home? You put your bag in the corner. You unpack your bag. Maybe not even that. If you're married or you got a wife, she's attacking you right over here in the corner as you're trying to. You got a game going on. You got trying to get that going on. If you've got kids screaming and running around. You're home. After a long, massive road trip, you're getting things squared away at home. You have the wife, and then now you got to come in and play this game. Okay, and the refs in the Orlando pocket. The ref that's reffing this game tonight is definitely in the Orlando pocket. I feel very comfortable with my Orlando Magic plus 6 in this game.
All right, strong case here from Rod Zawacki. Orlando plus the 6 here against Portland Trailblazers, 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look here. You're doing well in the NBA this year. 365 units of profit. Good night tonight from the association. Looks like we got about 7 games up there. A good night in college hoops and hockey. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Over at Pig Dogs Premium, I've got an NBA birdcage. If you just want my NBA, I've got an NHL top shelf triple, or I've got it all together in one package. Rod's Tuesday Takeover. Couldn't help myself. Got 7 plays in there. 3 NBA. 3 hockey, 1 college basketball. These 7 plays got significant edges in our favor. We're going to take over the books tonight. Crush them.
Take over the books here with Rod Zawacki. Crush him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got a 1-day pass up there. A lot of action from the NBA, college hoops. Get on board. And, of course, the best value is get that long-term pass. You can start off with a 3, 7, or 30-day pass. It'll be every play that Rod releases over at Pig Dogs Premium will be yours for the time period that you choose. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll be listening and watching tomorrow morning with Mitch at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
have yourself a good night, and let's get out some winners and show this somebody in our Facebook group that this is how you put 80% winners on the drive-through.
That's right, Rod. Was it 5-1, last 6 on the
5-1 the last 6. Yep, that's how you give out 80% winners. Tune in to us here on the drive-through.
Absolutely. All right, Rod, as always, have a great night. We'll watch you tomorrow at 10 a.m. each time. We'll get some winners from him in the morning as well. So here we'll continue on here with Chris Ruffolo. And don't forget, guys, let's get those thumbs up, those likes. Let's help us build our audience out there. We appreciate all the support we're getting from the audience with those thumbs up reminders to our viewing audience. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. It's time to bring in Shane Mickle. Shane, I think you've had more disagreements with Shane, Chris, than anyone on the show. But let's go ahead and bring in Shane today. Shane, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. We're doing great here. Now I'm sure we're going to get an agree today. I kind of probably broke the curse here. All right, Shane, we're looking here. 9 Eastern time. This one's on ESPNU. TCU hosting Iowa State. TCU laying 6, total 141.5.
Yeah, on paper, this is actually a pretty ugly game. Both these teams have been awful, to say the least, especially Iowa State, who can't seem to get a win anywhere. But I think there's some value here, not on the side, but on the total. Just looking over the last 5 games, both these teams are only average around 65 points a game, which might make you think under initially. But each of the last 2 games for these teams have gone over. They've gone over 70 points for each team. All the trends say over. I think there's going to be plenty. And both these defenses are awful. They don't defend at all. So I expect actually an up-paced game with plenty of scoring in this one to go well over this total.
Well over the total, says Shane Mickle in this one. I thought over 2 in this one, but you just got to hope that Iowa State can get some points up. But again, as Shane said, both defenses are ailing right now.
Yeah, Tony, you broke the curse because I agree on this total here. Just because you know what, like Shane said, the defense is absolutely atrocious, and even Iowa State and TCU are capable of putting up at least 70 points, especially on each other. I think this could easily be a game where we could see something like 72-70. Just get us over this number. The only loser in this game is I think anybody who tunes in to watch the game. I'm totally kidding when I say that. But it's not a very good game from a record standpoint. In other years, maybe Iowa State TCU is a good game, but this is just a down year for both teams. But I agree. I think the over is the way to go in this one.
Yeah, Iowa State with a big over streak as well here in their games against the Big 12. Again with that atrocious defense. I'm with you guys there. All 3 agreement here on the over in this one. All right, Shane. Why don't you let us know what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? The NBA. You did very well in the NBA. You did well last year. Number 2, right behind Mitch. What's going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, my 5-pack for the day already went off with include the Duke game in it. That game's already cashed, but we do have a 3-pack left, 2 college basketball, 1 NBA in that package, $29.95 on the site. Hop on or get long term, and I've kind of been stagnant here in the NBA, sitting right around that plus 160 to 180. But I'm going to go on a run here. I really like the NBA card tomorrow. I'll have at least 2 plays off that card, so hop on long term and let's make some money.
Yeah, let's make money here with Shane Mickle. Pretty good 2-year run here on the NBA, showing profit for you. Get that long-term pass from Shane. He's going to have the NBA up for you tomorrow as well. That 3-day pass is a good one to start with. Take those winnings, then upgrade to the long-term 30-day all-sports pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Shane, as always, it's great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
All right, sounds good. See you guys Thursday.
All right, see you Thursday. Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. I will continue on the show, and we're going to go ahead and welcome James Clark. I know he's out in the West Virginia area, so we're going to go ahead and tune him in right now. There we go. James, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are y'all guys?
We're doing great. We're doing great. All right. I know your team's in action tonight, but I think someone beat you to the pick. So let's take a look here at the NBA. We got Go ahead.
Yeah, I messaged y'all. Earlier, I told him, I said, yeah, I would have told you got him from me.
All right. Let's take a look here. Late night action. You're going to keep us up late. 10 Eastern time out west. Sacramento Kings will be hosting the 76ers. 76ers up to 5. And it wasn't 4.5 for much of the day. There are still some 4.5s out there, but 5 is the number. The total sits here at 232. Kings have been playing well.
yes, they have. They won 7 of their last 10 games, and if you look on paper, I know you can't go paper if you look, but the 5 on the road, and they're making a long trip west. So both of these teams are pretty healthy teams, and if you look across the NBA, you ain't got too many healthy teams. And so I like this matchup here. I mean, both of these teams are pretty even matched. The Kings, averaging 13, 114 points per game, and same thing with 76ers. They're right there at 113, 114 points per game. So this 5 points, I mean, I think it's a steal myself. Like I said, the Kings has been playing real good. They're hot right now, and if the Sixers win, I don't see them winning by no 5, maybe 1 or 2 at the most. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings don't even pull out the win here, especially playing at home. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
All right, no surprise here. James Clark, the pick is going to be here on Sacramento Kings plus the 5 against the 76ers. I know there's a dip off in the 76ers shooting on the road. The Kings really on a run, which started here on the road. So, Chris, how do you see this one?
Yeah, this was one I definitely looked at, and this was, I got to agree with James on this one just because Philadelphia on the road was a profitable fade for us last year, and I think it's carried over here, and it's just a bad matchup for the Sixers timing-wise. I mean, you got the Kings playing well. 7 of their last 8 games have been wins. I just think that there's confidence building in the Sacramento team, this young Sacramento team, and I think they can get this run here, if not win the team outright.
Yeah, and one thing to note here is look at the defensive side. They've got the defense playing better. That's why they're able to cover and win, go on this streak. All right, James, agreement here on this Sacramento Kings plus the 5. All right, let's take a look here over at Pig Dogs Premium. What you got going on? Nice night in the hoops and in hockey.
Yeah, I got a 5-pack stack going on right now. Also got a late night 3 stack. That's the 3-pack that's going on, and I was off of a day yesterday, and looking to keep it rolling today. So if you got time, go check me out and jump on my picks.
All right, yeah, check out James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get that 1-day pass from James, and we're always talking about the best value is the long term. And then of course upgrade that package when you get those winnings from tonight's action and get that 3-day pass and get on board with James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. Was a contest winner, newest capper here on our show, and of course on the drive-through, making his 3rd appearance and a good one. All right, James, let's get this one home tonight. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
All right, go Mountaineers.
Go Mountaineers. James Clark just covered, but I think he's looking for the W. Something's telling me that, Chris. What do you think?
Absolutely. When you're a fan, you're looking to win.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some money line action from James in this one. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through, and it's time for Chris Ruffolo. You're going to the ice. Our pick from the ice tonight is courtesy of Chris Ruffolo. You can get his picks, and also Rod Zawacki. They do hockey videos at night here, the night before the games. It has a lot of shelf life, so if you want to check it out, we get up in the morning. You'll get the action from Chris and Rod with those hockey videos. You guys are very well behaved, I must say, in those videos.
Yeah, but you don't know the fact there's outtakes for those videos. Those are recorded. That's not live.
Oh, that's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah. Just say the words Dallas Stars to Mitch, and he will tell you how well that went over. Went over like a lead balloon when we were recording those hockey videos last year. But I digress.
All right, we'll digress. All right, Chris, let's take a look at the game here. You're going to be covering here. It's NHL action at 10 Eastern time. NHL Center Ice package has the Golden Knights hosting the Ducks. Vegas favorite here, minus 220. Total sits here at 5.5. But you're looking at this game in a different way.
That I am. The Golden Knights continue in their 4 years in existence in the NHL, have already established themselves as a power in the league. This is a team that continues to play well no matter what's been thrown in front of them. And quite honestly, it's a team that, yes, they're laying heavy prices, but they're one of the few teams where those heavy prices are actually kind of justified. And especially with the alignment in the divisions that we have this year, there are a lot of teams that are weak in the West Division. Your Anaheims of the world, your San Jose's, who like I said, I still think that's a really good team that's got a ton of talent on that roster. They just haven't been playing well up until this point, and we're going to get value on them, but that's another story for another day. The Kings are in that division as well. So you're going to see a lot of these prices with the Vegas Golden Knights. The thing is, though, this price tag can be negated by the puck line, and we're going to go with Vegas on the puck line tonight because at Anaheim has been anemic offensively this season. 10 of their 13 games, they've scored 2 goals or less. And you look at what this Vegas Golden Knights team can do on a regular basis. This Vegas team is not one to mess with. They're easily one of the best offensive teams in the league. They're putting up. Sorry, I'm trying to get the numbers here. They're putting up 3.6 goals per game. They're 6th in the NHL in that regard. Anaheim 1.6 goals per game. They're dead last in the league. Vegas only giving up 2.3 goals a game, and Anaheim's a top 6 defense as well. With John Gibson in goal, sometimes Ryan Miller. That's it's a good defensive team, but the offense hangs the team out to dry, and the defense can only do so much before the levee breaks. I think Vegas comes in tonight, those gangbusters on the Anaheim Ducks, and just win this one by at least 2 goals. You can maybe push this one to -2.5, but for the play here, we're going to go Vegas -1.5 against the Anaheim Ducks, 115.
All right, we got Chris Ruffolo here on record with his pick. It's going to be the puck line. Vegas Golden Knights laying the goal and a half plus 115 against the Anaheim Ducks, a team that hasn't been able to score. I don't think they've been able to score since their existence. They were winning games 2-1, 3-2, and now they're just scoring in the league. The offense never picked up.
No. The offense just has not been there for Anaheim, like you were saying. It reminds me of that old episode of The Simpsons where Milhouse is tied to the goalpost with the ropes when he got knocked out. And then they probably couldn't even score on him. He probably got about 30 saves in a win for whatever team the Simpsons are on. But you know what? I just think that Anaheim, until they can show you that they can score goals consistently, they're an auto fade for me more often than not. And I can tell you, blindly fading them, we're going to make more money than we're going to lose fading the Ducks this season.
Fade the Ducks here. Take Vegas Golden Knights here, laying the puck and a half plus 115 against the Anaheim Ducks. Not so mighty anymore. All right, Chris, good night of action tonight. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I think the only success the Ducks have had might have been in the movies. Anyways, Tomahawk Tuesday went off the board earlier with James Madison. That game's going on right now. But, I was able to repurpose a couple of those, give you my favorite 3 plays from the evening card tonight as part of my Tuesday take back. Whatever money you may have lost to the books earlier this week, over the weekend from the Super Bowl, whatever, you're going to take it back tonight with my favorite 3 plays on the board from the College Hoops card. We've got that over for $25 over at Pick Dogs Premium, mainly because it's going off at the top of the hour. But hop on that, or, we always say it, hop on one of those long-term packages. Those 3-day, 7-day, 30, even the yearly packages are going to be your best value. They're going to save you money, and they're going to make you money at the same time. Or guys, hop on one of the season passes. Some of us still have those out there. I've just reduced my College Hoops season pass. We're going to have winnings up until the end of the tournament. I've got my NHL package up there. We're only less than a quarter of the way through the season. So there's a ton of value for you in that hockey package. If we're doing well with the hockey to start the year, there's just a ton of possibilities there for you. Don't miss out on any of them because, like I said, they're going to save you money. They're going to make you money. And that's the goal here at Pick Dogs. So go check those out over at the website.
Yeah, check them out on the website. The long-term passes are the way to go. You can always pick up Chris's one-day pass, but of course, keep in mind your best value over Pick Dogs are those long-term passes. It's got a 3, 7, and 30 all-sports pass. That means when you pick up an all-sports pass, you'll get every play that Chris releases over at Pick Dogs Premium and for the time period that you select. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's welcome to the show. Let's see if he has his victory cigar because you know what, Chris? The Fine Irish came back and won today. Damian Sosh, where's that Fine Irish hat at? Looking for that. How you doing?
Hey, they're good. They were finally able to close one out. They've been close, and not being able to close teams out. It's nice to see him get a nice win finally.
Yeah, nice one. I think Mitch was on him. Someone in the chat room was talking about Mitch at +7 in that one with the Fighting Irish. Fighting Irish coming home tonight for Damian Sosh, for Mitch. All right, good news all around the board here. All right, Damian, let's take a look. You're going to be looking at College Hoops on Fox 1, 9 Eastern time. Butler hosting St. John's. The Bulldogs laying a point. How kind of a disappointing news. St. John's been on a streak here. Wins total 138, 9 Eastern time. How do you see this one?
Yeah, St. John's, they started the season 2-6. Now they're 13-7. They've won 6 in a row. including impressive victories over Connecticut and Villanova last week. They beat Villanova last week. They're scoring nearly 80 points per game, really impressive offensively, shooting at 3 at 38% in Big East play. And they have the best steal rate in the Big East. They give up a lot of points, but they steal that ball. Now, Butler, they lost 3 in a row, but they are coming off a win against DePaul. But in my opinion, it's not the same Butler team that we're used to. I think maybe this line is showing them a bit too much respect based on previous season success. They really struggle to score and take care of the basketball, shooting just 41% from the field, 61% from the foul line. They're a team that really likes to slow down the game. They're only 327th in tempo. St. John's, the absolute opposite. They love to run. They rank 15th in tempo. I think St. John's controls the tempo in this game. I think they're going to get Butler out of their style of play. The line kind of says take Butler, but maybe I'm a sucker. I like the Johnnies in this one. I'm going to take the Johnnies in the points.
All right, we got Damian Sosh here with in this one. Going ahead and take the points here with St. John's plus the 1.5 against the Butler Bulldogs. All right, Chris. Always for me, the Big East is always a tricky conference because of the travel. How do you see this one?
Yeah, this line had me initially thinking maybe it was something, but like Damian, I'm going to go with the assumption that I know better because the Butler Bulldogs they lost Aaron Thompson, who was arguably their best player earlier in the season, and the knock was, where's the offense going to come from? Well, Thompson comes back from injury. The offense still hasn't shown up. I think, like Damian said, they only put up 63 points a game. This is a Butler team that's not going to try to run and gun with St. John's. If St. John's gets to run and gun, this game is going to be quick. So I like St. John's to force the turnovers, turn this into a faster-paced game, and just run past Butler in this one.
All right, going to be here with St. John's plus the 1.5 with Butler. We're all agreed here on that play. All right, we see Damian Sosh there with that victory cigar. His Irish came in. Now that St. John's are going to come in. All right, let us know what you have going on at Pig Dogs Premium.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm on a nice run here, 13-6 the last 19 plays. I got a 5-pack going off, a Hoops 5-pack. You'll get 3 college basketball, 2 NBA plays for tonight. None of them have tipped off yet, so you can still jump on that. Great deal. And all 5 are for sale individually. Going really big on basketball tonight and looking to make us some money here.
All right, looking to make some money here with Damian Sosh over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with his long-term passes, or you want to pick up one of those one-day passes from Damian and make that upgrade to the All Sports Pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. So check out Damian Sosh right now at Pig Dogs Premium. Check out his profile page, and his plays are all documents. So you can see every pick that Damian has selected. All right, Damian, as always, great to have you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.
Thanks, guys. See you on Thursday.
All right, on Thursday for sure. All right, Damian Sosh here on the drive-through. I will continue here. Guys, be sure with those likes, those thumbs up. Keep them coming because we greatly appreciate the help as it helps build our audience. And don't forget, if you miss any pick on this show, we had a big show, a full lineup tonight. We're going to have 9 picks on the show today. We are going to recap every play on the show in just a little bit, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And now it's time for me to step up with my play. We're going to go to the NBA in one of those rematch games. It's going to be the Warriors and the Spurs, 8:30 Eastern time. The Spurs going to lay a point. Total sits here at 231. I'm going to go ahead and take the Golden State Warriors at plus the 1. As they opened up this 2-game series, the Spurs were actually in a pretty good form. They had covered 5 of 7, and in that span, they sat 7th in offensive efficiency, averaging 118 points per 100 possessions. Defensively, they were 6th. So we're seeing some improvement here from this Golden State Warriors team. One thing about the Spurs, I'm always concerned about their defensive play. Entering this series, they were playing poorly defensively, giving up 51% shooting. I think you're going to get a bounce here from Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have trouble against the elite teams, but some of these teams in the middle at the lower end of the spectrum, I think the Warriors are starting to show improvement here. So I'll look at the Warriors side at plus the 1. Chris, how do you see this one? And that is not NC State.
On the Warriors and. I was a little bit confused there. I was like, wait a second. Now I'm with you on the Warriors here. I just think that the Warriors. Draymond Green said last night that was the smartest, dumbest play he's ever made last night. Well, I think he's going to want to atone for his mistakes. I think the Warriors just too proud of a team to let that one really slide. I think they're going to want to bounce back here and bounce back in a big way. So I'm with you on the Warriors.
Agreement there on the Warriors. All right, guys, be sure to check out Pig Dogs Room. I got a 3-pack going from Hoops tonight, so check that out. And I also have long-term passes, the 3, 7, and 38 pass, so check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And right now it's time to recap the plays from today's show. And of course, I'm not on NC State, by the way. That game already started, and that's why I switched over to the Warriors. I shouldn't notice it was a 6:30 Eastern time start, but we did give out in this one the Golden State Warriors. All right, let's get it started here. Alex began here the show when we were on Celtics Jazz under 220, and then Tony Brown was on the Heat laying 6.5 against the Knicks on his way to the sportsbook. Ninos, he was on West Virginia plus the 6 against Texas Tech. Rod Zawacki, Magic plus 6 against the Trailblazers. Shane, Mickle, TCU, Iowa State over 141.5. James Clark was on the Kings plus 5 against 76ers. Chris, Vegas Golden Knights puck line laying a puck goal and a half plus 115 against the Anaheim Ducks. Damian Sosh, St. John's plus 1.5 against Butler. Yours truly was on the Warriors plus the 1 against Syracuse. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Oh man, I was looking back and forth at it. I gotta be with Dean here on this St. John's plus the 1. I really like that play a lot.
All right, he likes that St. John's play. All right, let's go over to El Ninos. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I will go with Chris's Golden Knights minus the 1.5. Took him -1 personally, but yeah, you might want to take a shot at some plus money. Just go -1.5.
All right.
Or lay the juice and take a -1. Up to you.
I like a lot of the picks on this board, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and go with the with Al's pick here with West Virginia plus the 6 against Texas Tech. I like the Mountaineers here in this one. I don't value much in home court advantage, and Texas Tech's just not hitting those threes like they once did. So it's West Virginia plus the 6. All right, guys, that was another edition of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Chris, as well as Brian Biller, and then we're back here at 6 p.m. Eastern time with the Drive-Thru. Don't forget that MMA show tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, you really want to subscribe and set those notifications, because whenever there's a big MMA card, there are a bunch of spot shows on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and set those notifications so you're notified when the shows go live. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the cappers for today's show. Let's give a nice goodbye to everybody. Have yourself a great night, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow live at 6.